Hello, good evening. Excuse me. I'll try that again. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. As you can see, we're at Bathurst here for a one-off endurance event, a 2.5-hour race up and down the mountain. We're just doing qualifying this evening. It's going to be 2 30-minute sessions with an aggregate time. So I don't know how I'm going to work that one out. You might have to check Discord or something afterwards. So, race info. I'm in the race info. Eligible cars. We're using Group 3 cars and Group 4 cars for this event. In the Group 3 category, you can choose, or they could choose, a Chevrolet Corvette, Dodge Viper, Ford Mustang, a Jaguar F-Type, or a Mercedes SLS AMG. In the Group 4 category, the choices were a Chevrolet Corvette, Dodge Viper, Ford Mustang, a Jaguar F-Type, and a Mercedes SLS AMG. There's some BOP settings, so they've sorted out the BOP for you. Qualifying, tyres ×3, fuel ×4. The first 30-minute session will be held at sunset, 1700. This will be followed by a 1-lap race with a standing start. Please can we use this as a parade lap in 2x2 formation for photo opportunities. The second 30-minute session will be held at night at 1815 hours. This will also be followed by a 1-lap race with a rolling start, which will be a practice start, so pedal to the metal. Each driver's fastest lap from both sessions will be added together to count as their total qualifying time. So we're at Mount Panorama. The race will be 73 laps. It will be held at dawn and it'll have a rolling start, but today we have to sort qualifying out. So let's have a look through the field, see who we've got. Everyone's put a donation into the Sick Children's Trust to partake, because that's what this is all about. This is for charity. We're holding this one for the kiddies, or the kiddies' families. So let's have a look through the fields. Skyjacker says legend. Meek Quivery says hello, good evening and welcome. Homesick says buzzing. So let's have a look. Excuse me, I've got a tickle. So there we see Stevie Styler in Group 3 Jaguar. He's the fastest so far in this practice session. We've got about 8 minutes before the first quali. There we see Darren Salmon in his Jaguar F-Type. There you go, Sick Children's Trust. You can see the sponsor of the charity at the front of his bonnet and on his bumper as well. There you can see Jam driving a Chevy. Take the Chevy to the levee, Jam. It was a Group 3 one, of course it was. So that was cool, Spider-Man. I like it. Fourth fastest. Well, no, not particularly fourth fastest because he's not set a time. Well, he must have set a time. Is Gazman. He's the first Group 4 runner in his Dodge. He's gone for a Disney / Star Wars livery. I like it. It looks good. Fifth, Jim Wise in a Chevy, Group 3 Chevy. Nice. Jokus is here. He's driving a Jag, Group 4. Can't quite catch the sponsor. Oh, it's Panasonic. Yes, that's very nice. Very nice. Matt Psycho. I think he's in the Sick Children's Trust colours there in his Jaguar. We've had a Dodge, Chevy and a Jag so far, haven't we? There we can see Pat in a Group 4 Chevy also. Very nice. Shadow Rider in a Group 4 Dodge. Also Skyjacker. He's in the Chevy Group 4. I've got a list with them all on there. Kale, I don't believe can turn up this evening, but will be taking part in the race. And there we see Intulu in a Jaguar F-Type in the pit lane at the moment. So this is going to be a very interesting qualifying session. Usually we've done them before where it's 2 30-minute sessions and it's the fastest man first, but this one both sessions are going to count. Matt Psycho looks like he's just taken the fastest lap, 203.306. They'll be practicing 52 minutes. And how do you make a donation, I hear you ask? And that is a really good question. I do believe you just go to our website, www. I'm going to do it. We'll see together, shall we? See if it works. I'm pretty sure there is a widget or something on our website where if you do feel to make a donation, a really good cause, they put up families near the hospitals if their children happen to be in the unfortunate situation of needing to stay in hospital for a night, 2 nights, a couple of nights, maybe more. Then it's Sick Children's Trust that help you out with that. Hang on, it's hard to do both things. Virtual Racers Club.co.uk, and that will take me. No, because I've spelled it wrong. I've called it Clon. Called it Clon, not Club. I apologise, I'll do it again. It's because phones are too small and my fingers are too big. Oh my god, I'm doing it all wrong now. This is why you don't attend these things whilst doing other things. Dots. Virtual Racers Club.co.uk. Boom. Let's see what happens now. Got it right. So yes, looks very good. Accept and close those cookies. I don't know what we'll do with them. I don't think we'll do anything. So Bathurst, there you go, straight away. Top of the website is the Bathurst poster. It looks very cool. VRC's 2.5 hour race for charity. Our next 2.5 hour race will take place on the 29th of the 1st, 21 at the infamous Bathurst race circuit in Group 3 and Group 4 cars. This will be no easy task for our drivers. The tight and twisty mountain section will test them all, especially as fatigue sets in. This is a test of skill. This is a test of skill, patience and endurance. This is set to be a belter of a race, sorry. In addition to the race, we will also be raising funds for the Sick Children's Trust, a fantastic charity who help keep families together whilst the child is undergoing medical care in hospital. See, they worded it in one sentence, fantastic, where I couldn't. Learn more. If you would like to see what SCT do and learn more about them, please visit the link below. If you would like to donate via our Just Giving page, please click the picture above. Oh, so that fancy picture doubles up as a link to the Just Giving page. I've clicked on it and now I'm on the Just Giving page. So if it grabs you, so you know it's a great cause. Oh look, we're up to 355 quid. And we've got a £500 target, so it's good. It's good. Allow all cookies. I love a cookie. We are live is the top update on that one. So yeah. So that is the Sick Children's Trust, the SCT. And that's what this is all about. Now we need to go back to Discord. Just close that. Go back to Discord. Boom. Sorry. Sidetracked by that. Now let's have a look around, see who's on track. So it's going to be tricky for these Group 3 cars. If they get stuck behind a Group 4 car around here at the mountain, then it's going to be, they're going to be very screwed, to tell you the truth. The Group 4 cars don't have to get out of their way. They take priority. It's down to the faster car to get past, as all the time are the rules in our endurance events. Lovely, just finishing off my coffee. Wacky day. Finished nights last night. Tried to have a snooze for an hour this morning. Been up all day. Ooh, looks like Joker. Was that Joker's? Is Joker's in the Panasonic? Yes, Joker's getting in Stevie Styler's way. There's a bit of light damage on the settings there, obviously. Everyone's saying yeet, so let me get on that. Pat stepping in. I think maybe for Talleyrand. Last minute. Or Psycho Sheep, but I think Psycho Pace, sorry. It was, excuse me, was a reserve. I'm not overly sure, but yes, maybe I'm wrong. I know Pat last minute has stepped in to the fray, which we appreciate. And so in the chat we've got talking about Pat. He's there. Hello. Meequivery says, can't wait to see what my livery looks like racing. It be on Skyjacker's Corvette. Meequivery says Pat has a minty livery in the style of YouTube Jimmy Broadbent. Stuart Parsons says, oh, what's going on here? Stuart Parsons, looks like you're lacking some South Africans, mate. Yeah, no, yeah. Kale couldn't make it. Qualifying is starting. Skyjacker says Kale can't make quali from what I understand, and Pace didn't make the deadline. Pat says Psycho. Pat says I'm replacing him. Psycho Pace is who Pat's replacing. Stuart Parsons, okay, I don't even have my sim with me. Haven't been online since I was last with you guys. Oh, I see. Take the big numbers off. Here we go. Is this? I haven't seen this car. That must be Homesick. He's gone for a traditional Jaguar livery there. And like I said, this is a 30-minute qualifying session. All times count in both sessions, unlike our usual endurance events where it's just fastest first. Now we're doing an aggregate time. I'm not sure I'm going to do that for you guys live. Might just have to wait until the list is released. Stuart Basson says, good luck gents, thank you very much. They're going to need it around the hill. So Racer Brown, oh nice, in a Red Bull. Is that also Jaguar? Group 3, it's following Homesick around. We could get on board, couldn't we really? Shall we get on board? Going around, what's that? Some sort of elbow, isn't it? Forest elbow. Onto Conrod Straight. Sitting in the Jaguar of Racer Brown. On our outlap. Trying to get up to full whack speed. Nearly 160 there. 61, 64. Now we're going fast. 68. Up to 172 before we heavily brake down to second gear for the chase. Coming around to finish our outlap and begin our flying lap as soon as we get to Murray's corner. Oh, has he got it under control? He's definitely got it under control. Lovely. On the main straight, heading towards Hell Corner to start his fastest flying lap. Braking there just after the 100-metre mark down to second gear. We can see Homesick Alien kicking up a bit of dirt in the distance ahead of us. Now we're moving up the mountain straight, heading towards Griffin's Bend. Turn 2 here at Mount Panorama. No drama at the Panorama. And then we have turns 3 and 4. cutting. He's got it all under control. Looks like he's pulled the alien in a little bit, time-wise. Around, what's that, quarry corner? It's a very tricky piece of track. How fast can you carry the car around these flying left-hander? Then we've got to start kill the speed. So we're heading into, what's the skyline? Yeses. Then the Dipper. Oh, we're already at Forest Hill, aren't we? God, I was a little bit behind. Sorry, he's definitely caught Homesick Alien up in that section of a track. So Racer Brown looks to be a little bit faster than Homesick Alien at the moment. He's got a tow, and yeah, it looks like Homesick Alien's abandoned that lap. Also down the field we have Darren Salmon in his Jaguar. So 3 Jags at the top there. And then we've got the Chevy of Jam. It's Corvette. In 5th we have Jim Wise, also in a Corvette. Rocket League version 1.90 update file is blurring your view, I think. Matt Psycho in a Jaguar also. So Racer Brown 202.1, Homesick Aliens posted 206.5, Darren Salmon at 204.0, Jam set at 204.8. Then we have Jim Wise setting a 204.1, Matt Psycho at 204.2, Stevie Styler setting a 204.4. Wow, it's all close in the 204s, but Racer Brown was slightly ahead of him with a 202.153. We sat on board for that lap, and it was a special lap. Look at it, a lot faster than the other guys. Skyjacker setting a 216.6. Does that mean he's the top Group 4 runner? He's in the Chevy Group 4. Shadow Rider doing a 214.1. Oh no, all the Group 4 cars coming in now. So Shadow Rider in 8th, the top Group 4 runner in the Dodge. Pat set at 215.1, Gazman set at 215.0, Joker's set at 215.0. Oh, tight stuff down there. So Shadow Rider 8th fastest, or first in his field. Second for Gazman in the Dodge. In 10th, Joker setting a time of a 215.068. Puts him 500ths behind Gazman. In Tulu, just setting a time 214, so he has not gone as fast as Shadow Rider, but he's gone second fastest in his field, in his Jaguar. So Joker's down to 11th. Pat managed a 215.1. He's 300ths off of Joker's time, and Skyjacker is in 13th. And did Mika Wivery say that's her design car, I think? So, super duper. And he's giving it a slide. He's giving it a drift. Paul Ebden said, good luck, can't wait for this. Homesick Alien setting a new time of a 2:02. Puts him at second fastest in the field, his field. Jam setting a 2:04, staying 7th. Matt Psycho at 2:02. He's replaced Homesick in second place. No one can touch Racer Brown on their second run. Stevie Styler's nipped into the pits. I think the tyres are ×3. Oh, a little damage on the front. I'm not sure what the damage situation is. I think it just wears off. But he's decided to go into the pits. So we're all getting into the 2:02s now for the Group 3 cars. Jim Wise in 5th. Skyjacker's gone faster down in the Group 4 category, as that puts him, it's put him up into 9th, which I think is second in class for him. Shadow Rider going faster again. Gazman just pipping Skyjacker for that second spot with a 214.685. That puts him 200ths faster than Skyjacker, 8/10 behind Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider cannot be touched today in his Dodge Viper. He's absolutely loving life. He's got a Punisher on the front of his bonnet, and a nice scrape down the the left-hand side of the car. That's right. Mechanics will knock that out before second qualifying session. In Toulouse, set a 2:14.4. And that puts him second fastest in the class. It's 9th overall, second fastest in the Group 4. So he's driving the Jaguar. That's his ride. We're 8 minutes in to qualifying so far, so they'll be running their fuel down as well, remember, these early laps. Alan Sykes says good luck, sick children's trust are wonderful. Yes, I think Matt Psycho, and Alan Sykes is his brother. Homesick Alien doing a 2:02.622. It's good for third place. Jam's gone faster with a 2:03.7 in the Spider-Man Chevy. I believe, yes, Matt Psycho, his child, spent some time in a hospital, and the Sick Children's Trust helped them out quite a lot. A lot. I mean, life-saving amounts of help. So that's how I think we became aware of the charity, and the admin all got together and said, we've got to do something. We are just mere men, but what can we do? And we decided to throw an endurance race. I say we, I didn't have too much to do with it, to tell you the truth. I'm just a talking gob on a stick for your amusement. So 20 minutes left of qualifying so far, and Racer Brown has been the main man on the top. What are you doing with all that? What do you need? Okay. So Racer Brown is on top of the tree, with Matt Psycho in second spot, Homesick Alien in third. After 10 minutes of qualifying, this is how they stand. Fourth is Jam, with 5th place Darren Salmon, 6th place Jim on Wise, 7th place Stevie Styler. But we did see him come into the pit, so he's not really done a proper run yet. His first flying lap on lap 2. Then we saw him pit. So Shadow Rider on pole for the Group 4 cars so far, half a second faster than in Toulouse. In Toulouse is 2/10 ahead of Gazman. Gazman is only 200ths ahead of Skyjacker. Joker's 3/10 behind Skyjacker, and last minute replacement Pat is only 300ths behind Joker's. So Racer Brown is pitted. He's on another flying lap. Shall we see if we can get this view, or that view? He's got a purple going through sector 1. He's taking Griffin's Bend absolutely deliciously, heading up to the cutting. Stevie Styler setting a new time, a 2:02.954. He's put himself up into 4th place. So he's chipping away, chipping away. Just going through Quarry's Corner. And then this section doesn't really have names, just 8, 9 and 10. I think they would have some more relevance than that, especially as they're cool corners, especially this one. This is just the monster of corners. Just throws you out wide there. Then we're heading into the skyline. He's still got purple, 3/10 up on his own time into the S's and the Dipper. And then heading down towards Forest's Elbow. Everyone's setting times now. Shadow Rider 2:13.4. Consolidating that pole for the Group 4s. Gazman doing a 2:13.5, which puts him... I'll go down and check. Just going to stay on with this lap. Still purple, still 3.5 tenths up on his own time. Pat's gone faster, 2:14.432. So we will look down at the Group 4 cars in a second. As soon as Racer Brown gets his butt ski across the line ski, and we can see what time ski he has done ski. 2:14.1 set for in Toulouse. So they're all setting times down in the Group 4 category. There you go, a 2:01.624, 8 tenths faster than Matt Psycho. And that's the way to do it, says Racer Brown. Let me get back out of the car and let's have a look down at what's happening with the Group 4 cars. All Skyjacker very close behind Shadow Rider. Is he getting his way, or is he trying to just grab a toe? So the order down here: Matt Psycho going faster, but not fast enough. Shadow Rider on pole for the Group 4s. Gazman in second spot. In third is Intulu. In fourth is Pat. Fifth, Skyjacker. And sixth, Jokus. Just getting some fresh tyres. Coming up to nearly halfway through the first session. We're getting an idea of the pace of these cars and the difference in speed. I really didn't know there was that much difference between the Group 4 and the Group 3. I mean, I know the Group 3 are a lot faster than the Group 4s, but I thought maybe a second and a half, but you're talking about 14 seconds, 13 seconds. So it looks like Racer Brown's doing it again. Flashman, evening all, good luck tonight, it says in the chat. Thanks for joining us, me old China doll. Anyone joining late, we're doing 2 30-minute qualifying sessions with an aggregate time. Shadow Rider giving a Skyjacker a bit of a flash there. He's got the toe. Not Shadow Rider, sorry, that's Racer Brown. Yeah. Racer Brown up again. He's really on one. In Bathurst, he liked it. Ooh, someone was that Skyjacker going a bit wide. I don't know. There he is. No, I don't think it was Skyjacker. Don't know what car we were looking at. And there comes Racer Brown across the line with a 201.166. Somebody stop him. He's flying. Matt Psycho then. What can he do? He's coming around. He's got his hazard lights on, which usually means they're not on a run. His time is... yeah, no, I don't think he's on a run. He's not on an outlap or anything, but I don't know. His hazards are on. His time's not too hot. Homesick Alien just coming across the line. What's he going to manage? A 202.7. No change there. 4 tenths behind Matt Psycho. That's why Matt Psycho's gone into the pits for one reason or another. In fourth, Stevie Styler is fastest, a 202.954. He's only 3 tenths off of Homesick Alien's time. Jam down in fifth, 7 tenths behind Stevie Styler. He's just starting another hot lap after his hot lap. Darren Salmon only 3.5 tenths behind the Jam in his Jaguar. Jim One Wise in seventh with a 204.134 is his fastest. He's only 600ths off of Darren Salmon's time. Again, Shadow Rider sits in pole. I don't think he's been disputed from that spot in the Group 4s in his Dodge Viper. So it looks like the Punisher helmet on the front. I'm not sure side sponsors. It's just the Sick Children's Trust on the side of his car. He's crossing the line. Start a flying lap. Gazman in second, a close second, only a tenth and a half behind Shadow Rider. In Tulu, not far behind either, only half a second behind Gazman in the, what's that, Jaguar? I think it is a Jaguar. Yes, it is. No one opted for the Mercs then. Pat there in 11th in the Chevy. I like it, it's nice and chilled, them colours. Very cool. Nick Wivery says, I'll enjoy seeing the Viper versus Corvette battles. Skyjacker in a Chevy also. And there is Jokus, he was in a Jag. Jag / Ford. So there the gang. It looks like we're having a bit of a reset at the moment on outlaps. Matt Psycho on an outlap. Homesick, he's not on an outlap. Ooh, see a bit of traffic up ahead of guys I think that, I don't know if they're Group 4 or not. I think the Group 4 cars have got yellow lights here. Well, that's in Tulu in front. That's in Tulu's Jaguar in front. Now Homesick. Oh, so if he was on a flying lap, this is going to put an end to it as he's come across some traffic. He wants to just, before the end of this lap, he wants to get past that Group 4 car. He's going for it, and he's done it. Lovely. That's great stuff. Can he get past the next car before the beginning of the next lap? Jokers has gone faster with a 2:14.915. So it's all movement down there in the Group 4 cars. They all start setting their times when I decide to sit in car. Miku Wivery says the Group 4 have yellow lights and white number boards. Oh, white. What's the Group 3 number board colour? Black. And you can see Homesick is absolutely on fumes. Question is, will he go for another lap? Gazman's gone faster at 2:12.2. He's on pole. He's on pole for the. Is he? Sorry, he might be in a Group 3 car. Let me have a look. Gazman. G. He is. Yeah, he's taken pole. Sorry, I apologise. Gazman taking pole. Something doesn't seem right here. No, he's not, is he? He's in a Group 4 car, yeah. So Shadow Rider down into a second spot now. In Tula, going faster in third. In the Jaguar, 2:14.0, 6/10 behind Shadow Rider. Jim and Wise setting a time. And where's Jim and Wise? 7th, was he? He's in 6th, only 2.5 tenths behind Jam. Jam also setting a time, 2:03.666. The Devil. It's a red Chevy. He's done a treble 6. There's connections there to the underworld. So Racer Brown, not been disputed off pole. He's a second faster than Matt Psycho. We've got 10 minutes left of qualifying. Matt Psycho's gone faster, but still not fast enough to knock Racer Brown off of his perch. Jag versus Jag versus Jag versus Jag versus Chevy. Jim and Wise also in a Chevy, and then Jag. Oh, Dodge, Gazman. Oh, that's the Group 4s though. So it's all Jags and Chevys in the Group 3s. Gazman coming around. Where is he? He's just coming across the line. I'll watch, but we'll see if he sets another fastest time. Fuel's nice and low. No. Shadow Rider popping in to probably top up a bit of fuel, I imagine. In Tulu, whipping it around ahead of Pat. Pat seems to have a bit of traffic there, and he's avoided the action. He had to avoid the car in front. Skyjacker also coming in for a top up, and Jokers will need a top up. So Racer Brown just getting past. Yes, Jim on Wise, is it? No. I thought that was Jam's car. Oh, Jam's in the black. Oh, I'm looking at that one. Jim on Wise's car, saying that was Jam's. Sorry, I got myself mixed up there. Jam's is the Spider-Man one, and Jim on Wise is the red and the yellow. Oh, I see. They've got black boards with white numbers. The Group 3 cars. Yes, you can see whiteboard black numbers for the Group 4 cars. Gazman sitting on pole so far. Shadow Rider was the man all the way through it, but Gazman's found an extra 1.2 seconds on, yeah, in the Dodge on Shadow Rider, who also is in the Dodge. In 10th in the Jaguar, 10th or 3rd. He's got Jam all up in his business. Where is the Jam? Jam. Whee, there he goes, just whipping up the insides. He's on his out lap, so it's no big loss. The sun's really low in the sky. Big man. So Racer Brown still sitting at the top of the deck, top of the pile, with Matt Psycho sitting in second, 1 second behind him, 4/10 ahead of Homesick Alien, who's only 3/10 ahead of Stevie Styler. 6.5 minutes left of this qualifying session. Jam in 5th. Darren Salmon going faster with a 2:03.371, putting him ahead of Jam. And Darren Salmon's in the silk cut. I'm missing loads of cars here. Homesick Alien. Ooh, he's knocked Matt off of second spots with a 2:02.040. 8/10 closer to, well, 8/10 away from Racer Brown there. And Homesick Alien moving up into second spots. Matt Psycho on an out lap at the moment. Stevie Styler trying to find his way through traffic. Oh, losing the jag on the curbs. Oof, on his flying lap. He's just got past Intulu. And now he's on his way. Darren Salmon there in 5th in the silk cut Jaguar. It's a lovely looking livery, that one. He's coming across Shadow Rider. Is he going to hold him up? He's 4.7 seconds down on his own time anyway. So he's on a wind down. Here comes Jam. Jam going for a lap. He's just pitted. Someone's had a bit of an off ahead of him. It shouldn't affect him. He's got full control of his car. He's half a second up on his own time. That'll make him jump. As you can see, Darren Salmon's only 3/10 ahead of him in the timesheets. 5 minutes left of qualifying. So we will see what Jam can do in the next sector. I'll have a little sip of my drink while I wait. Comes across the sector now, and he's blue, but he's lost a bit of time on himself. 3.5 faster. It's still enough to jump Darren Salmon. I'm not sure about Stevie Styler at this point. He's just coming across a Group 4 car of Skyjacker, but didn't get in the way at all. And he's coming across the line to set a 2:03.45 free, and it doesn't put him ahead of Darren Salmon. Oh, he's 800ths. 800ths off of Darren Salmon's time. So close stuff there. We'll have a quick run through the field without there. Intulu going faster. So Intulu, he's still in that 3rd spot. But he's chipping away at Shadow Rider's time. He's come across a bit of traffic at the moment. We saw Intulu getting overtaken by the Group 3 cars. He's up again, 3/10. That's enough to go ahead of Shadow Rider. There's a yellow flag ahead of him. There's no obstruction, no. So head down, crack on, Intulu. There you go, it was Homesick Alien, but he's pulled over to the side, let everyone through. Intulu, ooh, a little tap on the wall there. From Intulu, the Renegados, a team driver. I believe that's the team he drives for, Renegados. Paul didn't get my breath with waiting for the next sector time. See if he can grab a late pole in the Group 4. He's nearly 4.5 up. That's not bad. Oof. Gary sliding through them. Go Matt for Joshua. And Tulu just deciding to drift it around Forrest's elbow. He's on the straight now in his Jaguar. Can he grab pole for the Group 4 category? Shadow Rider going faster. 212.668, moving 8, nearly 9 tenths away from Intulu. So Intulu, he was 3 tenths faster than his time. I'm not sure if he can edge Shadow Rider now, unless he finds a big whack of time. Skyjacker, I think, has taken note. He may not have taken pole. No, Gazman's still sitting on pole for the Group 3s. Is he? Let me just double check that. Yes, Skyjacker, but Intulu now into 4th, and he doesn't beat his own time going across the line. Pat, how far away from the line is he? He's just coming, but I don't know if he's on it or not. We will see when he crosses the line. I don't think he is. 2:15. It's not as fast as he's gone before. So Racer Brown still hasn't been knocked off that perch yet. He's on another flying lap. There's only 1 minute left of qualifying. That looks like he's made a small mistake in the chase right at the end of the lap. It's not what you want. He'll still have time to do another lap, I think, possibly. Darren and Jam look like they've pitted it for the day, maybe. And here comes Racer Brown to cross the line at 2:04.7, not as fast as he's gone. Homesick Alien stuck behind Intulu, a Group 4 car on his last run. So Homesick Alien looks like he's staying in 2nd spot. Matt Psycho, he had a red in that sector. Not sure he can do anything on his last flying lap. Stevie Styler, low on fuel. It's quite away from the sector, so it's hard to tell. Darren and Jam have pitted it for the day. Jim on Wise still out there, beating that asphalt into submission. Gazman, your pole sitter. Surprise pole sitter, I would say. Shadow Rider looked like he had it all wrapped up early doors in this qualifying, and we've had Gazman come through. Whoa, trying to tackle that dodge, and there we see in 2nd spot. How's his fuel not going to run out? He's going to do it. Is he going to beat the time? Is he going to grab pole last minute for Skyjacker? He's coming towards the line. I think he lost fuel, didn't he? He ran out of fuel before he got there. So they're Group 4 cars look like they've all sorted it out. No, Intulu, he's got a green saying he's on his fastest. He's coming up towards the line, and no, hasn't gone any faster. Can Pat do anything in the final section, in the dying embers of this qualifying session? He's coming up to the last corner. 2:09 in the last corner. Oh, the back end looks really leery in that Chevy. Comes across the line. No, he hasn't beaten his time. Joker's got a green coming around. He's quite early in the laps. Have a quick look through these top guys. Racer Brown, he's coming across the line. What's he going to do? A 1:59 to... he hasn't gone faster. Homesick Alien hasn't gone faster. Matt Psycho, Stevie Styler, Darren Salmon, and Jam, Jim on Wise. Gazman takes pole for the Group 4s. I think everyone's done their runs now. That is your lot. That's good. We've got a minute. Oh no, sorry, I take it back. Joker's still on a run in his Jaguar F-Type. His tyres are looking quite old. Well, not quite old, but old enough. So Skyjacker unbeat already. Only 30 minutes. You've got 2.5 hours of it next week. And here he comes to cross the line. Oh, he's gone faster. He's gone faster. He's 700ths off of Pat's time in the end. Oh, that was close. Oof. So, pole for Group 3 is a Racer Brown in the Jaguar F-Type. But we've got another 30 minutes. So he's halfway there. Homesick Alien, 8 tenths behind him. It's not much. The second lap, if he can go faster than Racer Brown, he might be able to shift him off. Matt Psycho, in the Jaguar. In the third, Stevie Styler fourth in the Jaguar. Darren Salmon in fifth for Jaguar. And Jam in sixth for Chevy. In seventh also for Chevy is a Jim 1 Wise. Then on pole for the Group 4 cars, quali has ended, is Gazman with Skyjacker in second, Shadow Rider third, Intulu fourth, Pat fifth, and Jokers in sixth. This is just going to be to look pretty. Sorry, I'm stretching. That's very unprofessional. Oh, yeah, but it was a good stretch. Ooh, head spin. I don't know what sort of gap we're getting in between the race. I don't know if it's fag breakable. Do you know what? We don't need any times or anything. We'll just look at this lovely goodness of the cars doing their parade lap. Does that work? Oh. Ooh, doesn't zoom in enough anyway. How do I get rid of all of that stuff? Seeing the cars going up and around. Beautiful stuff. Into the Group 4 cars now as they drive past the camera. Staying in. Oh, that looks great. That looks fantastic, does it not? I wanted to get rid of all of that. There you go. Seeing the fields coming around now. Racer Brown taking the first spoils from the first qualifying. Homescaling in second. Matt Psycho third. Ooh. Seeing a car losing it out there. I don't know who's in that. Oh, it's Stevie Styler. Stevie Styler's car, I think. We saw losing it a little bit. They're struggling to maintain that order, 2x2 for the photos. Pat looking like he's struggling with a bit of lag. Strong fag further away from the mic. You don't want to hear that paper crinkling. I don't even know if I've got time for a fag, but I am in ever hope of it. But I can't go 30 minutes without a fag. I have slept. I slept for about an hour and a half before qualifying. I've been looking after Burns all day, so I had to grab a couple of hours or an hour and a bit before we started this bad boy. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit blurry, a little bit upside down. I don't know what's going on, and now I'm informing you of that knowledge of me not knowing what's going on. So there they're coming around. Let's have a look at the front guys again. Racer Brown, sub Homescaling, why not? An old name, Homescaling. Wow, there's some carnage at the back, and they're not even racing. Matt Psycho, oh no, well Matt Psycho's in third, but Stevie Styler's sitting third at the moment. Matt Psycho, then is it Jam with, that's Darren Salmon, I think. That's Jim on Wise. Then we're into Shadow Rider territory. With in Tulu, we're looking at through all of that. Sit at the front for the minute. See the cars bringing it around the last section of the track. Are they? I think they are. It's hard when you haven't got any of the map or all the gizmos up to help. Yeah, this is the last corner. There they go. And here they come around. Lovely stuff. Let's see if we can run down as they finish. So, Racer Brown, Homescaling. And that's, oh, the camera changed, you arse. And that was your lovely pretty parade lap. Very nice. So, J Brown, Racer Brown doing a hey. Oh yeah, he is a VRC boy, isn't he? I was wondering, hey. He's flying the colours of the Virtual Racers Club. So, in the chat, what was that? Thought something come flying over here. In the chat, Quali 2 should be at 9 o'clock. Yeah, 20 minutes to wait now. Is it seriously? I just thought he just picked some random times. I don't know why Gazman's saying my bad. So I'll take you to race. Well, there's no point taking you to race results. Is it really 9 o'clock? 20 minutes gap between quali 1 and quali 2. Yes, Mika Widry, I'd read that in Discord, but I just thought he was just picking random times. Oops, Skyjacker says. Racer Brown says thanks. Well done, Racer Brown, and well done. Oh, wasn't Shadow Rider in the end, was it? It was Gazman. Gazman was the man who got pole. Was it Gazman? Bluminek. Should do the next endurance race will be for Alzheimer's for me, because I can't remember anything. Who was on pole? It wasn't Shadow Rider in the end, was it Gazman? Is Gazman in the Group 4 car? Oh, that's the race results. I don't think that tells you anything. I think Gazman got it. Yeah, I think Gazman got pole in the end for the Group 4 cars. So don't look at the those race results. Right, let's get back to some action. They've changed the times. Everyone congratulating each other in the Chinny Chinwag chat. Gary Harding says, I was the one who was off track on back straight, lol. There you go. But you got it on pole as well, didn't you, for the Group 4s? Sorry, guys. That's why I'm last. But you was Q2 at 9 o'clock? Yeah, so, well, I'll give you a little bit of silence. They're going to go out and have a little practice in the dark, so you can sit and watch those guys, and I'll be back as quickly as you can say, super. back again. Pat in the chat says, turns out my mother has just been watching something on the iPlayer, an update going on one of my PS4 games. I don't know how even started. Oh, has he got a bit of lag or something? Yeah, I noticed I had an update as I was coming in. I thought about pausing it, and I thought it looked like it was virtually finished. I don't know what's updating. What was updating? Didn't even really care. Oh, Squadrons for me. Star Wars Squadrons. So, I didn't even really pay any attention to their tyres, I suppose. They're all on racing softs, it seems, for qualifying. Standard. Cracking stuff. They look great in the dark. If I couldn't tell the liveries before, look at... He's gone full stealth mode as Jam, hasn't he? Look at that. Just see the glow of the red. Nice. So Jam in full stealth mode in the dark. That's cool. You just call me baby, maybe. Cool. Matt Psycho going fastest. He's got a mountain to climb in this next stint. Like I said, I didn't take a picture either of the times. I don't know if anyone's posted it in our chatty chat area or anything like that, so have a quick look to get a rough idea of what times they've already been set. Did you just call me baby? Oh no, that's friends. Hello friends, there's messages. Ooh, there's a couple in a chat. I don't want to go in there. Does that mean they're chatting? Do I enter the chat if I go in there? Ooh. No, no, it's different. Admin. No, nothing's been sent. So, ooh. Maybe I should have taken a picture of it on my phone. Doesn't matter, it'll be a surprise for you. Waiting with bated breath when it's posted up on Discord. So I wanted to look on our website, obviously, for more about the SCT. Like I said, we're on £355 of our £500 target. Oh, hey up, something's going absolutely crazy. Is that my controller? It's got a sticky joystick. So we at the Virtual Racers Club are a cracking little community. We hold regular sim racing leagues and events. We host a regular 2.5 hour event, which we have decided to utilise for good. We have a driver who regularly uses a Sick Children's Trust livery on his cars and has a story where SCT made a massive difference to him and his family in the past. Most of us in the club are fathers, and we can all relate to the difficulties, both physical and mental, of being separated from our children, especially when they would need us most. Our event, 15 racers in 2 different classes of car, will take each other on for a 2.5 hours around the infamous Bathurst Mount Panorama race circuit. It has been shown in previous similar events that this will not be an easy task. The racers will be feeling the slog at about the 90-minute mark and will feel their efforts afterwards too. The racers will be required to make a donation to enter the race, £10 for Group 3, £5 for Group 4. Any and all additional donations would be massively appreciated by us at the Virtual Racers Club and the Sick Children's Trust. Thank you. The Sick Children's Trust is a charity that gives families with a seriously... Oh dear, hang on, let me have a look. The Sick Children's Trust is the charity that gives families with a seriously ill child in hospital a comfortable place to stay and a friendly ear to listen in one of our 10 homes from home, by providing families with somewhere to stay and near their child. They have one less thing to worry about. So yes, we're giving this a go, seeing how it goes. 17 supporters, it's great how many people have already donated. So if you've got a spare little change out there, a fiver or something, you wouldn't mind parting with, it is for a great cause. It really is. So let's see if I can get back to the website. No, I can't, because my fingers are too fat. So we're about 8 minutes away from the second qualifying session. Let's see how Pat's lag is. Where is he? Still sat in the pits. Is he not out there? Oh, there's only 11 entered so far. A couple of the other guys not entered just yet. We've got Darren Salmon in his Jaguar, Silk Cut Jaguar, going around. Second fastest is Jokas. And here's Jaguar, Shadow Rider. He's taking a moment to reflect on how close he was to pole, I imagine. Oh, I just saw Pat. There you go, he's in 5th. There you go. That's looking like a nice sturdy connection to me now. Strong. The Wi-Fi is strong with this one. So Pat in his Chevy, sharing the paint of it around on some of the walls with Bathurst. Shall we go in the car? So we see how dark it is. Oof. Get your night vision goggles out, people. Oh, touched a little bit of grass there. See the Chevy was feeling a little... Is a Chevy and he's not in a Dodge? Yeah, he's in a Chevy. Coming around the last sector, we'll sit on with a lap with the Pat in his Group 4 Chevrolet. Going around the last corner, Murray's corner, onto the main straight, heading up towards Hell Corner. Heavy on the brakes, we're just past the 100 marker boards. Hit that apex, try not to go out too wide. Sweet, that's how you want to take it. Get up through the speed as you're climbing up the hill on Mountain Straight. Heading towards Griffin's Bend. Into 5th. Ooh. It's braking quite late there, down to 3rds. Got it all under control though, up to 4th. Heading towards the cut-in. It's like a double apex hairpin virtually. And then going up around Quarry's Corner. This section don't really seem to have any names, just 8, 9 and 10. You should try and not lose too much speed there, avoid the wall and just carry as much speed through this corner as you can. I think that yellow flag would be Shadow Rider, where he's sat watching. Into the brakes, the back end wanting to get away from Pat, but he's got it under control. Oh yes, lovely. And a nice steady lap here from Pat as we come to Forest Elbow and onto the straight. Oh, hit the wall a little bit. That's tight. Remember Pat, last minute. That's come in. He's only done 27 miles in this car, so he's not had that much practice. So a gallant job here. Oh, in the chat, Homesick Alien says, what a lap from Racer Brown. Stunning. Yeah, no one could get anywhere near him. And Pat says, I have been using the Mustang GR3 in practice lobbies as well, just in case I was needed in the top class. Looks like I was the only one to want to use that car. Yeah, there's no Mustangs in the top. Now we come around to Murray's Corner again, but he's gone really wide. Yes. Looks like he's struggling for grip out there in the dark. Cold night here in Australia. And he crosses the line. Sweet. So out the car, let's have a look around then at Jim on Wise. He's a red and a yellow Chevy. He's Group 3, is he? He was, yes, Group 3. It's got white lights, surely. I should have known that. Racer Brown. His Jag, Red Bull Jag. I like it. I like it a lot. We're about 3 minutes away from the second qualifying session. We see Jocus in his Group 4 Jaguar with the yellow headlights. Shadow Rider, also the yellow headlights. Nearly on pole for the Group 4s. Nothing much in it though. Still can take it after this next session. Skyjacker in his Chevy. I don't know if I've ever driven one. Are they good to drive? Are they fun to drive? They look a bit loose at the back. I'm guessing they've got their braking biased. Forward to avoid loose back ends, is it? And back to avoid understeer. Homesick Alien in his Jag. Darren Salmon having a moment. Jam being stealthy. Gasman, pole sitter for Group 4. I missed Pat for some reason. Thought I'd press that. There you go, Pat. So one more. I believe we're missing one more. Kale couldn't make qualifying, so I think he's still going to race next week, but start from the back of the grid. Sound is right, innit? I haven't even checked. Let's turn the volume up of the iPad, see if I can hear myself. There I am. Yeah. I honestly don't know how you lot listen to that. So in the chat, Muddy, Red Bull Jag is my design, I think. Glad you like. Yes, very good, Muddy. Quick up. Pat says, ignore the mileage on the car. That has been going funny for the last few days. I've got about 50 laps in it before today. Well, that's good. That's good. He's had a bit of practice in that. Was it a Chevy, wasn't it? It's a Racer Brown. He's in a league of his own in that Jag. I honestly, before coming into this, I know Homesick Alien really likes this track. I thought he'd be in the shout for pole. But it seems like Racer Brown has got the measure of Homesick. And Matt Psycho, he's also got he's got a bit of skin in the game. And Matt Psycho obviously is the one that brought the attention of Sick Children's Trust to us. And we thought, what an amazing charity. Really is. Because there really is nothing you can do. There's no help for you. And if your child's ill, obviously the important things are taken care of, but for parents, you know, getting to from hospitals, doing all that, there's not much there, so they fill a huge void that helps. And until you're in that position, I can't even fathom what it must feel like. So yes, it's a great charity. If you could just slip a $5 in. I mean, it's a trip to Costa. I'm not trying to guilt no one. I hate charity people that guilt people, but it's really important. They are important. So it would be good to hit our target for them. It would help a family or two out for sure. In the chat, Mika Wivery says, Pat, I sometimes find mileage recorded in a lobby disappears when I leave if I haven't been in a race. It's very weird at times. Well, there you go. That's something I didn't know. We've got a ready going up. So, let me just get myself... I'm going to go with a small Y this time. Vary it up a little bit. I haven't done a small Y for, such a long time. So let's hit small Y. There you go, little Y with a little curly tail. And Pat's gone for a small Y. Like it, Pat. I like your style, my friend. I like the cut of your jib. Oh, my son. So what's going to happen in these next 30 minutes? Can Gasman maintain his pole for the Group 4 cars? Can Intulu topple him? Can Shadow Rider claim it back? Drama in the Group 4 category. In the Group 3, I must say, I think Racer Brown has got it in the bag, but Matt Psycho and Homesick Alien, I am sure, will have something to say about it. I should find someone who's actually moving around the track. No, everyone's just... There you go. Intulu's cracking on for the last 8 seconds before we dive in to the second qualifying session. Like I said, I haven't even got the times from the first session, so I'm not even going to be able to add them up for you. This is going to be one you'll find out post show, like this is a show. Post this broadcast, should we call it, post this YouTube. So let's get rid of those big numbers. As I may have mentioned before, I find them obscene. So Racer Brown, can he maintain? He's got a few people snapping at his heels. Skyjacker in his Group 4 car. And he's getting swamped by the Group 3s right now. And look at him, whipping past. And Alien out there also in his Jaguar. Joker's staying in. He's letting everyone go. I suppose he's in a Group 3 car, so he just lets them all. I mean, he's in a Group 4 car, so he's hoping all the Group 3 cars trickle out. Darren Salmon there in his silk cut Jaguar. Jam in his stealthy Spider-Man Chevy. Stevie Styler there. Haven't seen him figure much. What was he, about 4th fastest in the end? And Jim on Wise. Matt Psycho. There we see Skyjacker. Is he the front runner for the Group 4 cars? I think he is. He's keeping up with Matt Psycho, okay, isn't he, on his outlap? In fact, do you know what? I'm going to sit on board with our lad Skyjacker. He's got his wipers on the go. Can't believe how close he's kept up with Matt Psycho in them corners. On board with a Skyjacker. Let me give him one of them. Whoosh. In his Chevrolet Corvette C7. Some of them have gone across just about to go across the line. Start their flying lap. Oh dear. See, is that Matt Psycho going oh so wide in that corner, and now he's on his flying lap. He's going to put himself behind Skyjacker. It's not what he wanted. Alien's on his way for his first flying lap, as is Racer Brown with Darren Salmon not far behind. Jam behind those. Stevie Styler and Jim 1 Wise all going through nicely. Skyjacker, he started his flying lap. Gasman also through. Ooh, we lost Matt Psycho. Oh no, Pat having a bit of an off. But I don't think Pat's started his flying lap yet, so you can afford that. It's in the last corner though. I don't know if he's going to lose momentum going over the line. I'm sure he will. Shadow Rider out to get his pole back from Gasman, who's going around there. So where is Skyjacker? Skyjacker 7th. Where did Matt Psycho end up going then? Did he down to 12th? 11th? So Matt Psycho there in 11th. Has he got a bit of space though? He has got a nice little bit of space in front of him. Oh no, he's gone into the pits. He's abandoned that bad boy. So Homescalian, see him having a little clash with the wall. Coming through Forest Elbow. On to Conrad Straight. Heading down towards the chase. And Racer Brown there, he's the man who's sitting pretty so far on pole, with Darren Salmon chasing him down. Jam, Stevie Styler, Jim 1 Wise. Skyjacker, he's the front GR4 runner, with Gasman just a little bit further back, probably trying to find a tow, be helpful. Shadow Rider, could have had pole, should have had pole, he's thinking. Gasman pipping him in the last sort of 5 minutes. Homescalian setting his time already, and Racer Brown answering him, going 4 tenths faster, nearly 5 tenths faster. So the first two, Darren Salmon crossing the line with a 2:04. Jam, Stevie Styler with Jim 1 Wise, a 2:04.1, putting himself into 3rd position. Stevie Styler there in 4th after their first runs. Darren Salmon in 5th. Jam down in 6th. Skyjacker just coming. across the last corner to set his time for the Group 4 runners. There he goes, 2:16. Scott Gasman's gone faster with a 2:13.4. Who's next? Shadow Rider coming to cross the line. He manages a 2:13.7, which puts him a little bit behind Gasman, 2/10 behind Gasman. So that's not enough to get that pole back. Skyjacker, Pat's just crossed the line with a 2:16.5, puts him behind Shadow Rider, ahead of Skyjacker. In Tulu, it's just about to cross the line. Give a 2:15.2 and puts him behind Shadow Rider, ahead of Pat. Who else is in that little pack down there? Joker's just crossing the line now. Puts him on a 2:14.6. So he puts him up into 3rd place for the Group 4s. So interesting stuff. Matt Psycho still on an outlap at the moment. Racer Brown sitting pretty in the chat. Graham Cobb, can you plug the Zingray time trial as much as possible, please, buddy? Yes, sorry. Also in our Discords, we've got the Zingray time trial going on. You can win a real test in a 125 go-kart. It's got to be worth doing it. You really should. Get onto Discord, have a look. I'm trying to find it myself. There you go, TT. Oh, that's the chat. No, that's in real life. So, oops, sorry. Jam setting a 2:04. And that's put Jam up into 3rd place. That's a good time for Jam. 600s ahead of Jim and Wise. Hang on, let me find where Zingray TT competition. Right, let me get to the top of this with all the information. So, exciting news. VRC and Zingray have teamed up in our latest GT Sport time trial competition. Zingray race in the Wright House Pro Karting Championship, winning the Clubman Championship in 2019. Excuse me, Shadow Rider doing 2:13.1. Shadow Rider, I think, going fastest of the Group 4 people now. He's got ahead of Gasman. Is that enough? Is that enough, we ask, to topple Gasman off of pole? Okay, winning the Clubman Championship in 2019 and finishing 5th overall in the championship in 2020. 2 lucky winners will get the opportunity to test one of Zingray's twin-engine Honda Pro karts. What do you have to do to win this amazing opportunity? I will tell you in a minute. In Tulu, just did a 2:14.2. He's just behind Gasman. In 9th, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. And again, how many times can you press it wrong? So he's only 8/10 behind Gasman, 3/10 ahead of Jokus. Right. So the karting competition. Firstly, you will need to submit 3 lap times. Matt Psycho's gone 2nd fastest with a 2:02.895. Firstly, you will have to submit. Oh, hang on. I'll do this at the end because it's all action at the moment. Racer Brown, a 2:02.3. So 5/10 faster than Matt Psycho. Can Matt Psycho, was it Matt Homesick was ahead? Stevie Styler has gone faster. 8/10 behind Home Scaling on 2:03.847. Really should have taken a picture of their times in the beginning. I'm too heavy, Graham. I think you got to be 14 stone, and yeah, I think I'm just slightly over 14 stone. So I don't know if I can lose that 1 pound before it starts. I'm not a big heifer, but I think I am closer to 15 than I am 14. I daren't get on the scales to check, to tell you the truth. But I've always been sort of 14 and a half, I think. I'd have to do some running, and I really don't fancy it. So Racer Brown at 2:02.333. Skyjacker set at 2:14.574. Where is it? Where is he? Skyjacker in 11th there, 2/10 off of Intulu's time, and 200ths ahead of Jokus. Oh, bless you. IRG, you're the man. Racer Brown is atop of the pile, 202.333, and he's just going faster and faster. Has he got illegal tyres? Is he using the right tyres? Has he got Bridgestones on when everyone's using Michelin's? What's going on? But no, Racer Brown showing some great skills out there. Taking that Red Bull Jag to the maximum. There it is, a 202.032. Homesick Alien's done a 202.247, putting him second fastest. 6/10 ahead of Matt Cycle, but Matt Cycle's got a purple next to his number. He has a purple. Stevie Styler going faster. He's moved up into third spot with a 202.609. I'm really gutted I didn't get those times from the first. It's because, do you know what? It's laziness is what it is, because when I read the brief, I read it really quickly. I scan read it, as my son calls it, when he reads a book in half an hour. And then when I say there's no way you could read that novel in such a short time, and he said, well, I scanned it. So I scanned the brief, and I just assumed it was the same as like our other qualifyings. Fastest first. And then I just didn't get my head around the aggregate thing before we just come online, and I just thought, oh, I think it was when Talleyrand said he could only make the first half hour and not make the second half hour, and they said, well, but then it was pointed out to him that'd be no good because you've still got to do both sessions because it's an aggregate time. Mika Weary said you could fit 1.5 of me on those carts. Well, get yourself in the time trial, Mika. Show them, boss it for the girls. It's like the winner. I think. Well, I'll read it all by the end, but I think the winner of the race goes through to have a test. But I think it's 2 people, so someone else gets a judges. A judges panel will choose the second driver, who is not necessarily the second person on the track, but someone who deserves it. You know, start flashing, not flashing. What do you do when you bat your eyelids? When girls do that batting their eyelids thing, is it batting their eyelids? Because you wouldn't think it'd be called bat. Stevie Styler just getting back on the track, but you flash your eyelids. Bat your eyelashes. Yeah, it's bat your eyelashes, isn't it? There's a band called Bat for Lashes. Yeah, you never know. You could sway the judges. Have a girly, get a girl in a go-kart. Probably have to carry some ballast though if we go flying off in the corners, I'd imagine. 1.5. So what's that? 10 stone, I suppose, isn't it? Just under 10 stone, 9 stone. Jam going faster with a 203.5. That puts him up into a 5th spot. Flutter your eyelashes, that's it. Well done, IRG. G's got game, look at him, he knows. So Racer Brown absolutely dominating this bad boy, taking it to the max, throwing down the yardstick for everyone to follow, flossing like a boss. Mika Weary said she looks like she's having a seizure. It looks like she's having a seizure when she tries to do that. Ooh, Pat looking like his lag is concerning. So let's have a rundown. I've got a bit. Where are we? Where are we? We're at Bathurst. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing the qualifying for the 2.5 hour endurance race. Why are we doing this? We're doing it for the Sick Children's Trust. Okay, get your money out. Come on, shake your money maker. It's easy. You go to our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and it's right there, right at the top, virtually. There's a big picture of the Bathurst, the banner, I think they call it in the biz, a banner advertising this race, and then an explanation underneath. But if you click on the banner, that takes you to where you need to Give us your money. Give us your money. So I'm scaling 2/10 then behind Racer Brown. That's not helping with his hopes and dreams for pole. Joker's going faster at 2:13.2. We'll get down there and have a look in a minute. Oh, Stevie Styler. Looks like he's come across someone on track. Who would that be? It was a bit dark for me to see. But Stevie Styler up into third spot now with a 2:02.609. In fourth, we have a Matt Psycho. Fifth, Jam in his stealth machine. He's popped into the pits there. He's the Spider-Man. I like it. I don't know what's on the side. Oh, see, I thought it was a circle with a line through it, but it's not. It's a circle with Spider-Man in it. Here we go. G says, I hope you're going to enter Mika. And Mika says, I may give them a go. Well, I'll read you a bit more about it at the end of this session. So Jam's changed his tyres, topped up with a bit of fuel. He's nipped out. Jim on Wise in his Chevy. In 6th, 7th for Darren Salmon. Shadow Rider, hey up. Shadow Rider is on pole then. At the moment, is it enough? Is it enough to topple the Gaz? Man, Jokus in 2nd place. Jokus, great pace there from Jokus in his Jaguar, 2:13.2. Oh, and there goes Gazman. I spoke too soon. He was just waiting. He was just waiting for me to say, look, Shadow Rider's got an opportunity. And then he slaps it in pole position with a 2:12.636, some half a second faster than Shadow Rider's time. That means Joker's down to 3rd place now. In Tulu in 4th, struggling. He was only 600ths off his fastest, 2:14.2. He managed in that last lap. I'm sure it's a colder track. There we see. Hang on, let me work it out. 6th for Skyjacker and 7th for Pat, just nipping into the pits there. So a Racer Brown, 2:02.032. That's an amazing lap time. I'm Sigalian. Nice green Jaguar. When we did the GT4s, I think it was Alphanut had an amazing Jaguar livery. Was it Alphanut? I can't remember. Because someone had it on their Super Formula, but the support for Super Formula, it was either Alphanut or it was Homesicalian had the whole HSBC livery. It might have been Homes. No, I don't know. I think it's Alphanut. But it's been a while. Homesicalian carrying a bit of damage on his front nose there. You can see his front splitter, as they say. So Stevie Styler up into 3rd. Matt Psycho only 2/10 behind. He's got a green. He's a 10th and a half up on his own time at the moment. So he'll be looking to move up the grid a little bit more. Skyjacker doing a 2:12.988. Just stick with Matt Psycho to cross the line, see what he does, and then we'll have a look where Skyjacker has managed to shift that car to. So Matt Psycho coming to cross the line with a 2:02.872. He just hasn't toppled Stevie Styler. Oh dear, am I gone offline? No, I'm not. Something went wrong. So in the chats, Mika Wivery says, I think the internet is having some issues. I've just had 4 people say they have left on my screen. It's showing as only 9 people in qualifying. Graham Cobb says Racer Brown is just crushing. I'd done a few laps earlier and could only get to 2:02.2. He is doing an amazing job. Right then, well, from my point of view, everything still looks okay. Racer Brown, we've still got 13 people in the group. Just to make you feel a bit better, Pat's gone into the pits because it's going a bit weird for him. But from my standpoint, from the broadcast, we've still got all 13. going on. Everything seems to be okay. Jam setting a new time, 2:03.2. Stevie Styler set a time as well whilst we were chatting, at 2:02.240. Going 7 thousandths ahead of Homesick. Jam's new times, putting 3/10 behind Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho, we were watching to do a good time, wasn't we? He's got a green again. He's done a 2:02.878. Stevie Styler, where did he pull that one out of the bag? Great stuff. I see 13 cars as well, says Amika. Yes, because Kel's not here and Talleyrand's not here, I think. So, I apologise, I've missed that in Tulu. He's taken pole, has he, of the Group 4s? He certainly has. A 2:11.835. That's 8/10 faster than Gasman's time. Is that enough? I think Intulu was something like third fastest in the first session. Matt Psycho now going second fastest with a 2:02.056. See, their fuels are really low now. Racer Brown again going faster at 2:01.621. That's crazy. He's half a second faster than Matt Psycho. That is absolutely blistering. Matt Psycho a 10th up over the first sector. Stevie Styler coming in to get some fuel. Homesick also in to get some fuel. Jam is out there. He probably will be popping in to get some fuel. Jim on Wise, he's just lost that back end. This is how much they're pushing. He's only 9/10 behind Jam, 5/10 ahead of Darren Salmon. Darren Salmon showing a bit of damage to the front of his car. It's gone now. Wow, we're in for a treat when this race starts next week. So in Tulu, you can see the heel tread on the side of his car. One of our friends, you can go and look at their socks through our website. If you're going there to make a donation, we would really appreciate it. It's not even funny, man. It's a serious situation, especially nowadays. Every charity is really suffering, so every little thing you can do, as Tesco's say. So Gasman, second spot. Has Intulu done enough just to steal that from him? We've only got 8 minutes left of qualifying. Skyjacker there in a third. Shadow Rider losing some momentum in this session. He's done a 2:13.1, but the guys behind him, Skyjacker and Jokers, looks like he's made a bit of ground up. Pat struggling out there. He went a lot faster in the first session. I think he's got internet issues though. Really does look like he's struggling with a bit of lag there. So Racer Brown, wow, that lap time really. There he goes again. 2:01.454. He's 6/10 ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho topping up with some fuel. Whoa, load of dirt in his face there from Pat. There we see Stevie Styler. He was second fastest. He's only just under 2/10 behind Matt Psycho. He's on an outlap at the moment. Homesick Alien also on an outlap. Jam on an outlap. Jim on an outlap. So we'll look at Darren Salmon, see what he's doing. He did a 2:22 on his last one. So I don't know. Maybe he had enough. Put Darren Salmon there. In the Jaguar, his best lap 2:04.7. He's only half a second off of Jim on Wise's time. Pushing hard. He was red sector in that last one. So in Tulu, look at Tulu. Where did that come from, eh? 2:11.834, 8/10 ahead of Gasman. Gasman might have a cold sweat on, thinking easy Tiger. Is that enough to topple him off of pole from his first sectors? I mean his first session? We will see. You'll have to check the Discord afterwards because I can't remember the times. So Pat says laptop's just lost internet connection. Problem is at my end. IRG says, oh, wow, whoa, that must be the time Racer Brown set, I think. I know, Racer Brown. Wow, you know, he's got some pace, that lads. I can't wait to see the showdown. Racer Brown, IR Graham, Matt Psycho. the big hitters, the titans of the Virtual Racers Club. Talleyrand on his day, and Homesick also. Well, they're all up there on their day, but I must say, IR Graham and Matt Psycho and Racer Brown recently, they have been doing it consistently. Looks like Racer Brown, that last lap was helped by lack of fuel, because now he's got to waste some of his qualifying crawling around. Matt Psycho just crossed the line at 2:04, but I think he's just put some fresh tyres on. That was his outlap. Shall we treat ourselves to a little onboard? Gazman going faster. Gazman hasn't toppled in Tulu though. We're up 400s in the first sector, braking heavily just before 50 marker board. Wow, that's late braking in my book. Oh, hey, see the spark to the left. Wow, he goes a lot faster in some of these corners than me. Wow, look at me. Wow, at every corner. Wow. So, sat on board, Matt Psycho, coming up to the last 4 minutes of the second session of qualifying for the Bathurst 2.5 hour endurance race. Darren Salmon going faster at 2:03.577. 400s up still for Matt Psycho, but it's gone from purple to blue, so he's only beating his own time. He's got to find 6/10 for Racer Brown, and really, Racer Brown just crushing it, crushing his foes in his wheel tread. Did he wheel? If he bought some heel treads at Christmas, he'll be crushing them on his heel treads. So, ooh, a 10th up on his own time is Matt Psycho, but he's got to find maybe this corner. There's a lot of time to find in the chase. So, but it's only 2 corners. Finding 6/10 in that situation. It's heavy on the brakes, down to second gear, making it through the last corner. Lovely, crossing the line with a 2:01.889. He's gone faster, but Racer Brown still sitting at the top. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Stevie Styler then, a third, going into the pits. Top up for fuel for the last run. Homesick Alien just crossing the line. He's been doing some regular 2:03s. But, you know, Stevie Styler might jump him. It's only 7 thousandths, though. It's hard to see that Stevie Styler's going to jump Homesick through the 2 sessions. Jam there in 5th place. He's on an outlap. Darren Salmon, we saw setting a time earlier, 2:03.577. Shadow Rider going faster, but he's still in Tulu in the pole for the GR4 cars. Darren Salmon in 6th. Jim Mize in 7th. Sorry, only half a second behind Darren Salmon. Then into the Group 4 cars we have in Tulu, drifting it through the last corner. Can he go faster with a drift? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just having fun out there, sitting on pole in the second session. 4/10 faster than Gazman, so Gazman has found some time on him. But is that enough? Is that enough for Gazman to maintain that pole position? This is intriguing stuff indeed. So Gazman in 2nd, Shadow Rider in 3rd, some 7/10 behind Gazman. So even if Intulu can't jump Gazman, he might be able to jump Shadow Rider up into 2nd spot. If Shadow Rider can't find a bit more time, he did a 12.970 on that last run. So in 4th place, Skyjacker with a 2:12. Oh wow, he's really close to Shadow Rider. These Group 4 cars so tight. They're going to be a great race for them come next week, because there's nothing in it between them. Absolutely nothing. Joker's 2/10 behind, well, 3/10 behind Skyjacker. We've got 30 seconds left of this qualifying session. Racer Brown just, well, going for a last run. Starting a last run now to consolidate his pole. Matt Psycho's just ahead of him, having a run. Looks like Jam and Darren Salmon have Are they going to come back out? We'll have to keep an eye on them. Stevie, oh, Matt Psycho, but he's getting purples in that first sector every time. What's Racer Brown in? He's in a Jag as well, isn't he? They're all Jags. Stevie Styler, he's just starting. Ooh, 5 seconds to spare. He only just made it across the line, and Homesick Alien is out there at the moment. That's it. The time has run out, and Pat just left the room. His internet finally gave up. So who's furthest ahead on track? Ooh, still getting a purple there. We're not at that second sector. We're just coming. Oh, he's a bit off though. Bit wide. He's lost whatever he had, whatever advantage he had. He may have lost now. And Racer Brown just they've all got to beat Racer Brown really today. Intulu has put it into the pits as well. That Psycho, he's given up for the day. Couldn't go faster on his last run, so Racer Brown out there for fun. Stevie still fancying a chance to get maybe even ahead of Matt Psycho. He's ahead of Homesick Alien, but 7 thousandths. He needs more. He needs more to make a movement in the actual aggregate qualifying. Jam, Darren and Jim all putting it into the pits. He's up. Homesick's up a 10th. That might be enough to jump Stevie Styler, but we haven't seen Stevie Styler's sectors. Stevie Styler coming up to the chase, sorry. Homesick is past the chase, so Homesick does his time first. And he comes across. Can he get ahead of Stevie Styler? He's going to cross the line at 2:02.154. Yeah, he's put himself 800ths ahead of Stevie Styler. But what's Stevie Styler got? Stevie Styler coming around the last corner. He's taking a bit of dirt with him. He's coming up to the line. It's going to be tight. Oh, no, he stays in 4th. Then down to these guys, Intulu, Gazman. They look like they've done. Shadow Rider, yeah, it looks like they've all had their run down here. This is the way they're staying. 12, Pat left just now. So, Racer Brown sitting on pole. I think that's a definite pole. He got pole in both sessions. Matt Psycho getting second in the end. 2.5 tenths ahead of Homesick Alien. I don't know if that's enough. We'll see. Check the Discord tomorrow maybe for the aggregate times to be posted. And you can get to Discord, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and click on the tab that says join our community. It'll take you through to our Discords, and in Endurance chat the times will be posted, I'm sure, or Endurance Race Info. So Jam 5th, Darren Simon 6th, Jim on Y 7th. I think that's pretty much where they all finished in the practice times. That's the qualifying ended. Intulu on pole, so it's a very big question if Intulu can topple Gazman for pole. In the chat, Skyjacker says well done guys. Pat says I can only apologise for my internet if I have got in anyone's way in the last half an hour. It's never been that bad as far as I can remember. Well, in all fairness, I didn't see you getting in anyone's way, Pat, so I don't think it was too much of an issue. So now we're going to have, this is what a race start will look like next Friday. A rolling start. Nico Ivory says that was intense. It was. I can't wait to see the results. I don't know. I think Intulu might have shifted Shadow Rider and perhaps Gazman. We'll have to wait and see. So Racer Brown leads away, goes through Hell's Corner. Do they all make it? Looks like it's looking okay. Not all of them quite there yet. The GR4 cars. Oh, there's an overtake there from Skyjacker and Gazman. Early doors and Joker. So Racer Brown leading the way. Is Matt Psycho going to try and outbrake him? Homesick Alien trying to look around the outside of Matt Psycho. There was nothing going there though. Jam there in 5th. Looks like he jams, trying to make a move on Stevie Styler. Stevie Styler, oh, in Stevie Styler hit the wall. Homesick Alien then dropping down to 4th place, but Stevie Styler can't get the traction down, and Homesick Alien coming back at him. So it's all fighting down here for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Great stuff from these boys. Look at this, great racing. Stevie Styler and Jam on a little tete-a-tete. It's just a fun thing. Darren Salmon, Jim on Wise in Tulu leading the way for the Group 4 cars. He's not that far behind Jim on Wise. Shadow Rider up into 2nd spot for the Group 4s, with Skyjacker in 3rd, Gasman down into 4th, Jokus in 5th. Racer Brown still leading from Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho's closing that gap, where Homesick Alien back up into 3rd, Jam into 4th, Stevie Styler, sorry, has gone up into 4th. It's going to be a battle between Jam and Steve, in this race. Next week, tantalising look already we can see the Chevy v the Jag. Ooh, a little bit of tappy from these guys. Racer Brown then bringing it home to take the 1 lap victory from the shortest race to the longest race. Racer Brown, this will be your shortest race here, and next week the longest. Matt Psycho taking 2nd, Homesick Alien in 3rd, Stevie Styler just pipping a Jam there after their hard race together, 4th and 5th. In 6th, Jim on Wise bringing it home ahead of Darren Salmon. So Darren Salmon there in Tulu winning it for the Group 4, but only just because Shadow Rider was virtually on his tail. There's Gasman bringing it home 3rd. Then we have a Jokus ahead of Skyjacker coming on home for, was that 4th? Yeah, 4th place for the Group 4 cars, and Skyjacker showing off. There you go, beautiful. It's a great livery, Mika. I like it a lot. There you go, big stretch. Ooh, and that was your qualifying for 2.5 hours here at Bathurst. It's going to be an absolute cracker. So I will give you the information. Well done, Racer Brown. Well done on the qualifying, and well done on that small victory there. We'll go to race results, which doesn't really mean much, but gives you something a bit more interesting to look at than the chat. So here we go. I told you a little bit about the Zingray time trial. So what have you got to do? Firstly, you will need to submit 3 lap times using lobby settings. These laps should be done with 100% weight and power, 0 times tyre wear and 0 times fuel. With grip settings real, shortcut penalties should be turned to strong. Time trial 1 is in a Dallara Super Formula 19 racing soft tyres at Lago Maggiore GP at 9:30 AM. Time trial 2 should be in a Mazda Roadster S 2015 on sports hard tyres at Brands Hatch GP at 18:15. Time 18:15. Time trial 3 in a racing kart 125 shifter at Sukubu circuit at 12 o'clock midday. Once you have done your lap times, please send a screenshot as a direct message to VRC Jam on Discord. You may submit more than 1 lap time if you wish. The closing date for submissions is 1 minute past midnight GMT on Monday the 8th of February 2021. The 3 submitted lap times will be aggregated and the top 10 drivers will go through to the final. The final will take place on Sunday the 13th of February 2021. Each competitor will be driving the Ferrari 458 Italia 09 at Alsace Village 08:30 in the morning. The race will be 23 laps. The driver will be required to use the soft and medium sports tyres. All sports tyres, that's going to be a tough one. The winner of the race and the driver that has impressed the panel of judges the most will be the winners of the prize. MB 1. To enter this competition, drivers must be 16 or over. 2. Drivers must be based in the UK and able to make their own travel arrangements for the kart test. 3. Drivers should weigh less than 90 kilograms, 14 stone. 4. The date of the kart test will be arranged at a later date due to lockdown. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank IR Graham for offering this amazing prize, and we wish everyone the best of luck. So, everyone out there, 2 things I need you to do for me. Give the Sick Children's Trust a wee little bit of cash, throw them a penny or 2, and get yourselves testing in those 3 different time trials and get some times submitted. It will be cracking to see a fair few people try and get this wonderful prize. And so in the chat, Pat says the car felt really slow, couldn't get a decent lap together, looked from my end like a couple of people were hesitant to try and pass me. Pat also said a couple of times got the message it was unable to connect to these servers. Pat also said, I have saved the video from my PS4, so have the time if it is worth sending to anyone, unless my time still shows on the qualifying results. Your time did show up, I'm pretty sure. Jokers said, great racing, lads. Alan Sykes says, great, thanks guys. And Matt Sykes says, awesome, great lap, Racer Brown. Racer Brown says, cheers, Matt. Yeah, immense, Racer Brown. I reckon pole is definitely yours. I can't say. Group 4. It's going to be, I think, in Tulu, May. I don't know. I don't know if he's done enough to get ahead of Gazman. And we'll check Discord at a later date to find out. I don't think there's any way of finding out anytime soon, unless someone's in the chat. No. Now in the Discord. So yeah, just keep an eye on Discord to see what the final results are. But I think Racer Brown definitely on pole. Matt Psycho is a toss-up between Matt Psycho and Homesick for 2nd spot. Stevie Styler 4th, Jam 5th, Jim on my 6th, Darren Salmon in 7th. In Tulu and Gazmo Shadow Rider got ahead of Gazman in the race, I think. But in Tulu, he's thrown a spanner in the works with his pole in the 2nd session. That gets it very interesting. So the Group 4s, I couldn't tell you. Cheers everyone, come on next week, says Homesick Alien. Gazman said definitely very tight for Group 4 pole, and Shadow Rider's got the thumbs up. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Don't forget there is other things happening next Sunday, next live one Sunday night for the Formula X. That's been very good fun so far. We've had 2 rounds of that, and it's like a real F1 race, to tell you the truth. Shadow Rider said that was epic, so awesome. And next Friday we'll have the big 2.5-hour race, and I am going to be virtually begging you guys to put some money into the Sick Children's Trust, so be prepared for that. It'll get absolutely, I'm going to be shameless with my begging, so come and join us next week to hear that. I don't know if we've got anything else to tell you. Don't forget our friends. Go visit our website and visit their sites, Acelith Design, Heel Tread, and Lovely Stickers, because you know they help with prizes and such what. I'd like to thank Sean Bull, friend of the VRC. Check out his designs, they're always awesome. And that's everything, I think. Just for me to say fair do. Thank you for joining us. I love you all. Peace be upon you in these times. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Don Alduck. Thank you for choosing us. I don't know, choosing us out of all of the many sim races to watch. You chose us. Thank you. Like and subscribe for my ego. And I will catch you on the flip side. See you next time, guys. Thank you for joining us. Bye. Bye. Cheerio. Adios.